Hey, how's it going? In this video, I'm going to be talking about how many times you should follow up with property management companies / HOAs if you're a home service company. Hi, my name is Raleigh from PMHOA.pro, and we help home service companies build profitable and long-term relationships with property management companies and HOAs. Link is in the description for more information. All right, in this video, I'm going to be talking about how many times you should follow up with property management companies, HOAs. Now, a lot of people are wondering about this because, like, they might have made a pitch and yet they're not seeing any traction with the customer. Well, here's the interesting thing. When it comes to follow-up, I strongly believe that it's one of those things that separates the men from the boys, to use a metaphor that's pretty old school now, but it really does. Because if you look at the numbers, here's the crazy thing. Here's the thing that blew me away, and this is really the key takeaway from this video. If you look at the research, 99% of salespeople, if they're doing outbound, will give up after the third call. Okay, if they call the customer 3 times and not interested, 99% of salespeople will give up. Okay, forever. They won't touch that contact again. They won't touch that lead again. Now, here's the interesting thing, though. The customer is expecting something completely different. They are not expecting 3 calls. They're expecting 8 to 12 interactions before they'll move forward in the sales process. So there's a huge divide between what the average salesperson wants to do and what the customer is expecting. It's actually an incredible thing when you really think about it, that there's this huge gap between what the assumptions are here and what the assumptions are here. And that's why follow-up is the most important part of the process. Most people, in my experience, will give you a shot. Okay, most people are, if you're polite, you're courteous, you're kind, you're not bugging the heck out of people, but you're actually approaching people in a professional manner. You're making yourself memorable with a presentation, let's say, and just frankly, just being, you're not being a bug. They will give you a shot. They'll give you an appointment. They'll give you a bid. It happens all the time. Some customers that we think, hey, they haven't even taken my call in 6 months, they'll just give you randomly, they'll give you 3 appointments. You call one more time, they'll give you 3 appointments. It happens all the time. Following up is so incredibly crucial. It builds a lot of trust too. That's another thing that just came to my mind, is that when you follow up with someone, you're actually showing that you are committed to your business, and that in the process of following up, there's this really weird threshold that you go through. At first, you're a bit annoying, but then you cross over this threshold where now you're someone they have to work with. Because you're committed, you're sticking around, they believe in you, they believe in the company that you represent, and they ascribe nothing but good things to you through the follow-up sequence. And it's something not to be overlooked. It's something incredibly powerful. Another thing is that, just think of it this way too. This is another just thought experiment as I'm rambling here. But if you were to stand in front of an auditorium filled with property management companies and HOAs, and you had everyone in the seats that you needed to be there, the decision makers, owners, maintenance coordinators, maintenance supervisors, all the people that you want to get in front of, you gave the greatest pitch of your life, and you had the audience just cheering, and everyone it was the best pitch you could ever give. 3 days later, everyone's going to forget about you. Okay, it's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. They're going to go back to their old habits, their old ways. So the follow-up is the means at which you can establish some degree of top-of-mind awareness. That's what you're ultimately after, because everyone that you talk to is already going to have a vendor. Oh yeah, I got a vendor. Yeah, I already got a roofer. Okay, great. Well, guess what? At some point in time, if you're polite, you're courteous, and you follow up consistently and you're professional, they're going to give you a shot, number one. But also, you never want them to forget about you, because let's say they go through a season where they don't have any work, 6 months, 12 months, they don't have any work. Guess what? The minute they get work in, they're going to be itching to give you the work or to give you a bid if you're the type of person that's following up once a month. That's the last thing I wanted to say. We're talking about 8 to 12 interactions with the customer. Now, any sooner than once a month, I feel is too much. I think even once every 2 weeks is too much. Once every 3 weeks, it's really stretching it. I think once a month is a professional follow-up for this particular category of sales. Additionally, anything after once a month, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, I think is too far out. I think once a month is a simple way to keep it simple and keep that follow-up process simple, okay? So 8 to 12 interactions is what you're looking for before you see the majority of those customers move forward. Now, it's important to know there's always going to be low-hanging fruit. I mean, if you approach the entire United States market right now and said, hey, how many of you guys are looking for new cars? You'd have roughly 5% of people raising their hands. How many of you guys are looking for a bedroom set? You'd have 5% raising their hands. So there's always low-hanging fruit. But what I'm saying is that to really win the business over, it's a process, right? It's not you're not rubbing a magic lamp here. You're dealing with people who have vendors. You have to really prove yourself and stay in the game, okay? So I think that's all I wanted to share in this video. If you're interested in building relationships with property management companies and HOAs, we have a particular sequence that we help our customers with, which is called the PMHOA.pro sequence. It's delivered tremendous results. You can see more in the link in the description. You could also book a demo, and just keep in mind we help everyone in home services, roofers, HVAC, electricians, plumbers, painters, pest control, and the whole gamut. And really look forward to speaking with you if you're interested, and thank you for watching this video.